Cummins has been operating for nearly a century. The company was started in Indiana in the US. And now they've just opened up headquarters in South Africa. They have been operating on the continent for over 50 years.
To Cummins growth in Africa.
So the reason why we are so focused on Africa is that our company has done well in India, China, and Brazil. This year we'll probably do close to $4 billion worth of sales in China alone. And so China is a very big market for us. India is a very big market for us as well. We're going to do somewhere between $1 to $2 billion worth of sales in India, and then we're close to $1 billion worth of sales in Brazil. So those are all markets that we've done extremely well in, and our view is that Africa is the next big emerging market. And so because of that, we're going to make some big investments here on the continent. We're planning on investing $15 million a year or $75 million over the next 5 years, and allowing us to build the infrastructure so that we can compete and we can service our customers and we can do well in Africa.
It's almost curious as to why it's taken Cummins so long to plant themselves securely on the continent. But better late than never.
Primary markets that we operate in here in Africa are number one, power generation. There's a very big market in power generation throughout the continent because of the gap between power demand and then also power supply. And we manufacture engines, and we also manufacture generator sets with those engines that will provide power to hospitals, to office buildings, to mine sites. They can be power stations to help, with the grid, whatever it might be. We provide power, and we think that that's a big opportunity for us. The other big opportunity for us here in Africa is mining. There's a lot of mining operations, and those are expanding throughout the continent. And so we want to be very good at providing customer support to the mine operators that are out there and the OEMs that we sell to. And we also feel like there's an opportunity within filtration.
During the recession, Cummins' profit dropped from $14 billion to $10 billion. But Southwick maintains that they were saved by their investments in the developing nations.
One of the key things that stood out for us during the recession is that we continued to be profitable, and one of the main reasons why we continued to be profitable was because of our strong positions in China, India, and Brazil. Because we established ourselves really well in those marketplaces, the recession, when it hit North America and it also hit Europe, it didn't have as much of an impact because our portfolio had shifted and we had much more in the emerging markets. That's one of the reasons why we're so excited about Africa, because we feel like we need to make the investments now here on the continent so that we can perform well 10 to 15 years from now because of what we've done here. We want to develop local African nationals to lead the business. And we think that that's one of the key parts of our strategy, is actually to develop local talent that will lead the business. One of the reasons why we're so successful in China and India and also Brazil is that all three of those areas are now led, by local Chinese and Brazilians and also Indians. And because we've developed strong leadership that's local, we do much better in the marketplace because they understand the customers, they understand the cultures, they understand the language, they know how to get business done there. That's one of our key tenets and one of our key principles here in Africa, that we really want to promote local Africans and develop them. Really, the fourth part of our strategy is that we want to be true to our values, live them consistently, and then we also want to promote good, strong, healthy communities. So corporate responsibility is a big part of what we're trying to do, because we believe that we can only be as good as our communities. If we have healthy communities, we can have a healthy business. So those are the four things that we're focused on.
At the moment, Cummins' annual sales in Africa approximate $264 million. But the future looks even brighter. Power generation on the continent is expected to grow $6 billion, mining to $1 billion, and filtration to $500 million by 2020.